everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday! Welcome to the beginning of your weekend, if you have one of those that begins on a Friday. Morning, Hazel. Good morning! Hoodie mode, yeah. I have so many layers on that I'm hoping eventually we can, like, free the elbows and get down to t-shirt, but we're gonna marinate in the foot oven for a while before then. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing today? Embrace this mode. How's Kitty doing? She's fine. I don't think she knows anything's up. I'm a mess, but that's a me problem. Kitty cat's so cute this morning. Oh, cats are like that. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see here. Today, Hallow's End begins, but not for another hour, so we have some time to fill. I came here, I have like 11 hours left in this buff, but I was gonna do the quest again anyway, just because I like doing stuff around here. I was gonna do it on my warrior, but I don't see where I would pick it up again, so maybe I don't need to redo it. Is it freezing out there? I mean, it's cold. It's not that cold. It was like 7 degrees outside this morning. I'm cold. It's a little chilly in here, but it's not too bad. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you for the 21-month resub. Good morning. Creeping up on 2 years here. Unless it's because messes happen. Unless it's the Spectral Tiger during the mount off. That's a fun mess. Oh, let's see here. Knee bones connected to the leg bones. Shoulders connected to the arms. Tank a dungeon. Why not? Let's do one of these. They're a really good experience. My prot warrior is at level 45. I've been very happy. Plus these are like instant keys. That's always nice. They released another pet promo. Wish it was a plushie at least. I saw that. Yeah, there's like a Funko Pop with an exclusive in-game pet. I think I have reached a point, just for me, where they're coming out with these things so hard and fast that I cannot follow them where they go. They have gone where Hazel will not follow them. I'm sure they're cute. I hope people are excited for promotions and stuff, but like I've been there. I've done it. I've bought the plushies. I have lots of lovely collectibles. I'm all set. I am A-okay. Can't do worse than an NA yet. I think it's another hour. I think 10 a.m. Pacific, so 1 hour into stream. Really becoming too much. They've really started hammering in these promos and like the partnerships as well, like the buy this thing with this company to get this thing. They must have like a new team or something that's job is to set stuff like that up, because they're getting lots of deals. I think I'm gonna keep my money. Just for me. I did see the Bronto Storm out. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I might be team keep my money. It's a lot of money. First time I remember being able to do one before NA. Did my first Horseman of the season. And maybe ever. Not sure. I know there is some new stuff for Hallow's End. I don't know exactly the mechanism by which it's gotten. I'm assuming some stuff is gonna come from Horseman. Maybe I should use some of my tank buttons sometimes. I'm pretty sure I press shield block as a... Just because I feel like maybe I should. I'm not really... I have a little weak aura for it here. I'm just not super in the habit of it. Team beg Twitch chat for gift? No, heavens no. We're not begging Twitch chat for anything. I'm just happy you guys are here. You've got enough places in your life that are trying to grift you. What are we doing here? Oh, we're Poland. You know, let's just have a place we can just sit and have some coffee for a bit, you know? Don't forget the 4 mounts for 30 bucks. Yeah, I know. And people were like, oh man, it's only $7.50 a mount. And I'm like, yes, that's true. None of these things are going to change my life, though. None of these things are actually going to make my life any better. You could charge me like 10 bucks for a nice thought. And you could say, oh man, I'll give you 100 of them for $1,000 bucks. And be like, oh, well, I mean, it's not not so bad bulk pricing, but like, is this actually important? Is this worth my discretionary spending? At this point, with so much of it, I don't know. For some people, absolutely. If it makes you happy, I'm not here to judge. I've bought plenty of shop stuff before, and I probably will again. Especially, like, the pets are usually cheaper, so usually those are an easier sell for me. But I'm just not in the mood right now. only pixels. I know, right? Like, it's... I don't want to pull the it's just a game card, because I feel like we're a little past that here, but... for me right now, it's not feeling very salient, I guess I should say. Make a weak core to meow at you and shield block us down. I don't know if I'm expected to get 100% uptime, although I will say that I did just recently spec into a talent that makes it last 2 seconds longer, so that's helpful. That's going to be good. So let's do that. And there may be more talents later that make it a bit easier. Let's just go straight on through. Although if I do the retribution, I'm not going to turn in the quest at the end anyway. The only reason I turned in quests at the beginning this time is because I happened to run into the same dungeon again. These people do a lot of damage. I can probably just keep moseying. Looking at token prices, they may have peaked. They're on their way back down. Oh, nice. Ignore pain, is that 100%? No, I'm in my warrior's embracing his pain. He is his pain. If Ignore Pain really had 100% uptime, wouldn't warriors never take any damage? Like, at some point the shield's gonna get consumed, right? Glad you have the Ignore Pain weak aura tracker. Yeah. Blink. I love spell reflecting. Even if it's just like a little frostbolt. It's just so fun. There's a fox and a backpack thing in the Stormog. Oh, the fox and a... wait. Oh. Okay, sure. That's fine. It's 50%, not a true shield? It is 50%. It would still get consumed though, right? I guess it doesn't matter. Ghost Runner, thank you very much for the gift subs. Appreciate it. How are we doing here? What else can we do before... Oh, you know what I never did is I kind of want to... I know it's like boring because it's not like an event thing, but I'm sort of interested in going to Hallow Fall and just really setting up camp at the Key Flames. I haven't done them yet for the week, and there would be a bunch of rep there for me. And now's a really good time to do that because of the anniversary rep buff. Ho 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Jamie Lee, thank you very much for the 65-month resub. Happy Twitchiversary. They say if you pass retirement age in streamer months, you're one of the best. But we already knew that. Aww. Hallow Zen buff gives rep too? Oh, does it? Maybe I should get that then as well. That sounds like a lot. I could, I suppose, do some of the things and then just wait until I turn them in until I get the buff. Managed to win a fashion frenzy today. Nice! What was the theme? Morning, Hazel. Hope your day is good. Good morning. Thank you very much. We're going this way. And you know what? Let's just keep going. I need to pull like a real-time walking tank. And also line of sight my healer, very important. Run in, Thunderclap, try to revenge for aggro, but then I want Rage for Mitts. Yeah. Humble beginnings. Oh. Healers love getting LOS. It's really a nice way to give your healer a vacation, because if they can't be in line of you, then there's really no way for them to heal you. So they don't have anything to do. They get to take a little nap. They love that. Don't ask them. Okay. So I think this one's as done as it's gonna be. Should give healers vacation future Mythic Plus. Oy. Hazel chat advice. Who doesn't love a nice nap? Kitty, where do you land on naps? You're in favor? She's picked her nighttime bedtime spot to spend the night and sleep as the back of the couch, which I feel like is more of a balancey thing, but she just really likes sitting up there and sleeping all night. I'm not gonna tell her she can't, but like, of all of the beds that you could sprawl out on and be nice and cozy and warm, you want to perch up there? Alright. Suit yourself. What's this one? These apparently are worth some gold. I'm gonna under my exchange to find out if it's true. Triumphant Sabatons. Here's a word I would never know without WoW. Doesn't come up a whole lot. Eh. 1k gold. You know what? Special deal. $9.98. Halloween event is up in another 40 minutes, as far as I understand. 10 a.m. server time for me. Wish I could nap. People who can nap are wizards. I can nap great. It's waking up that's the problem. Oh, what's this? Oh, I must have done enough dungeons. I try to give my tanks a vacation by taking aggro, but it never works out. You give your earthly body a vacation by taking aggro, in my experience. You, it's kind of like an, oh, there he goes. Dead again. Timely Tourist's Hammer. Oh, yeah. That's a hammer. Oh, I can remove fear from group. Oh, 12 yards is pretty tight. That's kind of cool, though. That would be very good for Mots. That'd be good for the first boss of Miss Eterna Scythe. Dialogue UI is the name of my quest add-on. Let's do one more dungeon, then maybe a mount off for fun. This leveling's very fast. Happy about that. $40K. Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 levels per dungeon. And that last dungeon took me... See if DBM will tell me. DBM will not tell me, but I feel like it was like minutes. Like it was fast. I must have had somebody cranking in there. Super fast leveling. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do Hallow Fall. I'll do one more dungeon and then I'll do Hallow Fall. Well, what if we could get to 60? What if we get to 70? What if we can get to... What's the level cap? It's 80, right? That's what we're up to these days? I don't know anymore. How you doing? How many mounts you got? I think 900 and something. I'm doing alright, thank you. Live for 18 minutes? Pretty fast. Yeah, maybe I should just, I mean, I can get Hellafall rep anytime. I want Hellafall rep to get the thing that shows me Beladar so I can more easily and consistently be farming Beladar. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm just gonna try to use my buttons. Interrupt that thing. Get a feel for how much damage we're gonna be taking. If it's not too bad, not too bad. Whoa. Grab the tree, grab the trees. There's shield block, there's demoralizing shout. Watch out for these things trying to heal. I guess I could just start to reflexively ignore pain. I guess I could check my weak aura. If I feel like I should be ignoring pain, maybe we should just pop a look at the weak aura. No, it's this one. Okay, I remember this. We need to. Oh, they changed it, huh? It used to be way more than just 2 shield generators, like for sure. If it's only 2, then they've changed it. Or my brain has dropped some Cheerios in the proverbial car of my life. Super fast level things, icky, exhausting keyflames. I kind of like the keyflames now I have a weak aura for them. But yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like I have a limited amount of stamina for tanking. Even when it's fine and easy like this, I have only so long I can really go forward for. Where's that? Oh! My goodness! Shield block ready? Good. Yeah, I think that's what I need to work on right now, is just kind of get in the habit of checking on my lovely little, Where did you come from? Where are all these trees coming from? Check on my lovely little weak auras here, see what my mitigation looks like, and, have a little look-see. Okay. Make sure it's either ready or being used, or used when it's ready, pretty much. I'm not really at the point in my life yet where I'm going to be trying to time it for stuff. If I'm just keeping good uptime on it, that'll be enough for me for the moment. Okay, so there's a door. I mean, there is another boss. Is the shield up here? My shield might be upstairs. It might be over by the other boss. Is it? I mean, they're going. They don't care. There's a lot more dungeon. I guess if it's only 2, I can go. And we'll see. There's a horse in there. Alright. Yeah, I know where the door is. I'm just worried that we don't need to go down here yet. 2 shields now. Blizzard let people leave after the demon dog, and the dungeon doesn't count as finished. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a bunch of them down here. Okay, let's go over here. There's another cast I'm going to... Well, actually, that's not being cast at me. I can tell because they spun around. I want to reflect something. And... got him. Started taking on my druid bear tank. Never tanked before. Kind of love it. Oh, you started tanking. Nice. Only a 2 boss dungeon. Yeah, it's a bit bizarre, actually. I was expecting this half to be like the really long one. Yeah, if it gives you dungeon completion credit after Imulthar, then I would understand why people maybe don't want to stick around and finish it. Scared pet. We get kickbacks for that. I don't think there's a tax break, but I appreciate the thought. Drops are good for streamers because they just get more people into your stream, which will give you ad revenue if they were watching ads, or even if not, sometimes people will stick around, and it's just good for stuff in general. Doesn't give completion, just the loot? Oh. Well, then why would people leave? I guess we'll find out. Alright, Imulthar, what's your deal? Lots of eyeballs. Trample. That's my AoE taunt. That's Rattling Cry. What else do I have? That's Last Stand, and that's Berserker Shout. Oh, it's because it gives you the dungeon completion. It gives you the experience and the thing. Like, I see why people leave. It's because you've already got 99% of what you're going to get from doing the dungeon. Like, I'll do Tortheldron if there's enough people here to do it, but I don't think it's necessarily good time spent. Drops time to get the partner's computer running so she can get the pet too. Oh, yeah, no, everybody's gone. It definitely gave me the experience, which I think is why a lot of people are here. Oh, the time walking quest credit. Oh, I see. I mean, that's fine for me because I already did it. But I can see why that would be annoying if you were trying to just get your 5 done. Okay, well, I bet I can maybe do another one within 15 minutes, actually. That was so fast. I want to do the mount off for sure. That would be really nice. Just because those are fun. I don't need it for anything at all. They're just kind of satisfying. I am assuming Arphis will be once again available with Hallow's End this year. Don't see any reason why not. If the quest tells you comes from mole snuffling, where do you expect to find these items? Dirt. Dirt piles, which is stupid, because the dirt piles don't really have anything to do with moles. And it's not something that you wouldn't expect it. Like, when we had snuffling before, we were thinking, like, sniff and seeks. Like, that's what it sounds like, but they just mean dirt piles. And I find that to be wildly frustrating. I did too, and guess what? You would be wrong. It's the Awakening the Machine event. What? Excuse me? I thought for sure it was dirt piles. I was so confident. Why would Awakening the Machine be mole snuffling? That sounds broken. That sounds, like, not intended. Thoughts on getting a Gilnean stagecoach mount added to the game? I love the way that's phrased, as though, like, we're gonna do something about it. Alright, everybody. You got the signs, you got the campaigns, you got the what do you call it? The petition. We're heading to headquarters. Let's get it done. I think it would be cool, but I think lots of things would be cool. Oh, I'm getting stunned. Ignore all the pain. Ignore it. Hoping you have hot take on the new Bruto mount. Yeah, my hot take is that it's a lot of money, and I'm glad people are happy. I did a poll yesterday in chat, and about half of you, at least that were voting yesterday when we were streaming, half of you were happy about it being added. Another third, more than a third, like close to 40%, were very ambivalent, didn't really care. And it was like 16, 17% of people that were upset about it. It was fairly positive reactions on the whole here. Flying Brutosaurus would be cool. Hi Hazel. Hi Cupcake Chaos. How you doing? I think that we're definitely not representative of the wide. I think you'd get different answers depending on where you're asking, but lots of people are happy. Don't ask me, man. QA issue. I could get that as my, I could get that on a button on my stream deck. Hey, why's this thing bugged? I don't know. Someone messed up. You inspired me to start a prot warrior and to play with all my bars hidden. I queued into a dungeon, was so overwhelmed I had to unhide my bars. You play with your bars hidden, like, normally? That's, like, some virtuoso stuff. I mean, I don't look at my keyboard when I type, but I do check my abilities a lot. Wake or pack, all my bars are hidden. That's crazy. That's awesome. I can see why you'd maybe need to ease off that for just like a little bit when you're learning a new thing. That's cool. Good habit to get into. Uh-huh. Don't do it either, but it is good. It's just one of those things, like, someone told me that, you know, eating a daily pound of broccoli and doing 42 push-ups and 5 minutes of planking, and then writing a letter to my future self was a good thing to get into. And it's like, you're probably right. Also, you can shut up. Sometimes good advice does not land very well. That's great advice. It's a good habit. I don't think I will ever do it. New Bruto? Yes, the New Bruto has a mailbox. It also costs more money than it would take to feed my home for a week. You guys see the price of groceries? Yeah, I think Wigors would cover procs. I just, I don't know if I'm missing anything that's going on behind my bars because my bars are covering them. I don't know if that's my awareness problem. Just for me. Advice is good when it reminds you of your strengths and not shortcomings. Groceries here are insane. Yeah. Speaking of, I need to get some groceries. I'm almost out of coffee, and that's a crisis. That is an emergency. Oh, hello. I don't know why I'm not stopping to fight him. I'm just assuming he's gonna come with me. I think your cleaning guru would say to hide your bars. I don't think Marie Kondo gives a flying furball what I do in World of Warcraft. She's also not my guru. She's about decluttering drawers, not hiding UI elements. What if you're using them? Got places to be. The only thing I don't like about the new thing makes engineering even more useless. Having an extra mailbox doesn't matter. Yeah, furball's not exactly what I wanted to say, but we're trying to keep things clean around here. Oh, man. I may or may not stream all the way to noon today. I do want to do some Hallow Zen stuff, so we'll see if we can get in the swing of it, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like hell. I'm not having a good time. And keep anything clean if furballs are flying around, right? I vacuumed yesterday. I had my mom over last night, just come to spend some time, and it's very nice of her to come on short notice like that. But I knew she was gonna be coming over, and I'm like, you know what I should do? She wouldn't care, and she wouldn't want me to bother. But you know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna vacuum again. It is furry in here. Doesn't matter if it's only been like a couple of days since he vacuumed. It gets furry very quickly. Is that guy okay? Does he not have legs? I mean, I guess that's really none of my business. No, you guys are perfect. You're just fine. I think he's seeing my UI bars brings me joy, therefore. Oh man, I think I got a bit lazy about. Also, we have. I'm tempted to skip this boss actually because I have 7 minutes until the mount off, and I do plan to be there. Alrighty, let's go at warrior speeds. We're using berserking. A pet glove? The problem isn't... Thank you for the advice. Thank you. Alright, down we go. We're gonna hop down here. I have not lost any mount offs yet, no. And we're hopping to the door. And this, they're coming with us. Yeah, if they pull the Brutus Slur. I mean, my theory is that they haven't updated the pool live. Like, it's basically a snapshot of the amounts that were available when they created the event. But obviously it's not fair. It's going to be kind of a pay-to-win thing for some stuff. That was actually one of the things that was almost tempting me into getting the mount, is being like, oh man, I have like 900 mounts. People have been kind of hyping me up for it for the last day or so because of the mount off event. You know, isn't it a shame for me to not give them $30 to get 4 more, or, you know, 100 well, it's probably not 30 Canadian. I'm sure it's closer to 50 with tax and Canadian dollars. But, or like the Brutosaur thing. I don't know. Keep getting 14 to 15 and it's bothering me. That's enough to win though, eh? Okay. Do a nice little rallying cry. Maybe a last stand. She pulls a black AQ bug mount. I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I have yet to do a mount off where I got all 15 of them. If only because sometimes they pull faction limited ones like the Winter Spring Frost Saber, or profession limited ones like the carpets or the engineering chopper. I really despise the aggressive monetization. Makes me want to step away from Blizzard games, but I digress. I had cake today. What kind of cake? Yeah, it's feeling a bit much, but I can recognize that I'm not really in the mood to get nickel and dime by a video game right now. So maybe part of it's me. Evil Teddy, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Appreciate it. No, I've never gotten a perfect score. I haven't seen the Fox backpack. I'm assuming they want money for it. I'm over it. I don't care how cute it is. I don't care if they want $1.50 for it. They probably don't. They probably want more than that. I'm not in the mood for it. Pumpkin cake with cream cheese. Ooh, that sounds good. The charity pet? Oh, I see. 20 bucks USD for the Fox backpack. Gotcha. I've not done a Dead Mines Time Walking run yet. Okay. Well, the good news is that we finished. And we finished with a little time to spare. I kind of went a little hard through the end of it there, but I'm going to do the thing. No, not the Morning Glory Dew. You're supposed to collect these and then put them into something. There's like a sealed reliquary thing. There we go. That's the one. I'm not going to run all the way back to turn it in, but if I do queue back into this one, then I can turn it in at the beginning next time. Yeah, always an option is directly donating to charity as well. It's nice that companies fundraise for charity, but it is worth remembering that when they do it, some amount of the money is going to the administration of the whole thing, and they get tax breaks for doing that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. The money does still get to charities, but you can also kind of cut out a middleman and support causes that are important to you yourself without feeling too guilt-tripped or bribed or what have you. What are we doing here? We're mount off in 3 minutes. See if we can see it. There's that. 132 Canadian dollars. They must have just announced the other thing. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, 25 Canadian dollars for that one. Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Okay. Well, that's nice. That meeting starts in 2 minutes. It would be nice for Blows to do hurricane relief. It's a tough thing whenever they do charity, because the moment that you do something charitable for any cause, you're gonna get a lot of... It's true that it would be nice if they did hurricane relief, but there are always tragedies and crises happening all over the world. There are always worthy causes, and anytime you touch one, you're gonna get people being like, well, why didn't you do this one? And it makes some people not want to touch anything at all publicly. Those are also valid causes that everybody is welcome to look into and donate towards. What I end up doing is I keep track of causes that are meaningful to me personally, and I like to support things like that when I can and privately. I don't like to do a lot of big public stuff because sometimes it comes off a bit funny, and also I want to encourage people to support causes that are meaningful to them and not, like, you know, me by default, if that makes any sense. Also, nobody needs the why are you supporting X when Y is right there kind of a conversation. I think I need more cake. Grumpy today. Alright, Mount Mania time. Let's see what we can do. Should pull up some mounts and get some people off these enormous, enormous Britosaurs. I think maybe a couple people of Gammons braided it up just to be big. Oh, I don't have the meter B. We're down one already. Down one already. Elendil, thank you for the 6-month resub. Oh, Obsidian Vorkwin. There's one we can do. Forbidden Reach. Oh, level 54. We got a lot of experience. We just did like a couple dungeons this morning, and I feel like we got 15 levels in like a half an hour. Oh, Tame Skitterfly. Dragon Scale Expedition Rip. Kinda nuts. There's Ashadar. 12 months of trading post. Does that mean you're ready for level 80 tanking? Apparently that might come real soon. Oh, you can't see it, but she's doing the thing. I've got Miss Kira sleeping on my or sitting on my lap here, and she's like trying to grab my arm with her paws. 'Tis the season for allied race leveling. Flameward Hippogriff. Molten Front. I feel like she pauses a little bit longer between mounts now, which is nice. Gives you a little bit longer to, like, get on it, if you're gonna. Somebody's trying to grab her butt. Not at this exact moment. Oh, they've been good. He put his... Oh, I don't have that Cinderbee either. I'm not far from getting that one. A little bit more rep. I don't see a ton of them over here either. I'm sure somebody's got it, but I don't... Actually, maybe not. Are you getting up on it? No, you're just buffing. Not collected this mount. Sensing a theme here. Don't like insects. I just haven't got them yet. That's the Hearthstone Anniversary event. I think that it's still for the mount. I think your chance is still like a once a day thing, but I'm not very up to date in exactly how it works anymore. Hi, Albino Drake comes up quite often. Oh, there's the debuff. I see. So we've matched 6 times. Of 8, so that's right. We've missed 2. After this, it'll be just a couple more minutes, and then it'll be time to poke around Hallow's End. I'm using Mount Journal Enhanced. It has this button here where you can sync your Mount Journal with the target, so it'll change the thing, and then you can just mount up this way. Lots of people also like the Plumber add-on. It has a button that lets you mount up on a matched mount as well. Either one of those. Hi, kitty. Oh, you guys can't see her. I guess I can turn this cam off because it's not doing anything right now. She's purring. Quacks! Here's a trading post mount that I actually got. It was just too vibrant not to. I like the purple. Gold-toed albatross, or not island expeditions, Tierhold Reservoir. I'm thinking of the other albatross. We're at 9 of 11, so we're still only 2 down. 2 down's more than usual though. Normally I'm only 1 down. I normally get 14 out of 15. I feel like I should do these on my main, and I don't know why. Oh, I wonder if I could just press that, actually. Hang on, let's try that for the next one. There's 3 more. No. Where's my violet spelling? I have one. There it is. I thought maybe that button would work, but it did not. There we go. Great for getting the alt 10% bonus. Each mount is 5. Oh. Grand Expedition yaks. Whip them out. This is the most fun thing I've seen in a long time. How fast? 1 to 80? Faster than normal. I couldn't really give you a number. You could probably do it in a day. Right now with time walking and the anniversary event and everything. But I'm not willing to bet money on that. Can I do it in 3 hours? One way to find out. Yeah, no, engineering character is definitely the way to go if you have one. Hallow Fall should start in about 9 minutes. Or Hallow's End. Hallow's End should start in about 9 minutes. There we go. We did it. We got our buff. Anybody else or just me? Pocoa! Just me. Woo! It's extra of me, but I like to dance on stage. Sarika's been protected once more. Yeah, a little worried, but we are undefeated. What would I like to do? I did the lore question already. Let's have talent points to spend. 2 points over here. Get 10% stamina, not mad at that. There we go. Should I make a shaman? How is Ellie? I think Ellie's good right now. It got some changes. They're blasting, pun intended. Next event up here, I think that's just default UI. Maybe one of my add-ons is doing it, but I think that just happens like that. Winning the Mount Mania doesn't really give you anything. Gives you a little fireworks, little thing. They'll announce your name. You'll get more progress towards your... fill the bar thing, apparently. You get progress for every mount that you match, but it's not really that important to win, which I think is why it's fine that it's not really fair. Yeah, 933 mounts. That seems true. It would be 938 if we bought the new ones, but know how often you can do the fill the bar thing. I remember them saying that the normal person would do it a couple times a week, which implies daily, but like I don't see where I could pick it up again. I don't know. It's a good question. Only seen it once. I did it once on each character, but I haven't been able to repeat it on this character. I wonder if my other character could repeat it now if she wanted to. When my buff fell off. Oh, if you lost your buff. It's a bit strange they wouldn't let you like refresh it early. Birthday cheese will be available on the 18th. Oh. Mount Mania is one of the very few things I do that is not for ATT progress. Does that mean I do it for fun? I mean, it's one of the ways to show off your ATT progress. Can't even right-click it off if you want to refresh early. Yeah, kind of annoying. Oh, story time doesn't start for another 6 minutes. I'm just sitting here waiting for him to get going, because one good thing about it would be I am working on the Peanut Gallery achievement. I am 40 of 50. We need 10 more reactions, and then I will have that done. And that's going to get me a mount, actually. Hallow's Index B buff? Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, XP and rep something bonfires. Shall we catch up on some new Hallow's End items? A little Wowhead article here. You guys seen this yet? Some of you have. Patched Harvester Transmog. I did not buy this on the trading post. I did not buy the recolor of it on the trading post. So it'll be kind of cool to get this. So there's items for Tricky Treats, claw, the back piece, and then as well there's like a helmet kind of situation, and then okay, that's actually sick. What is that, shoulders or a cloak? Shoulder cape, binds to shoulders, yeah. So you could probably, if you wanted to, just put on one of those as well and hide the other one. That would be kind of cool. Rest of the set comes from drops from the Horseman, Loot-Filled Pumpkin, recolor of the Ragged Harvester set. Yeah. So I guess we might be doing some tricky treating. That'll be something. The hood goes hard. What mount does that get you? The achievement, the meta achievement, 20 years, gets you the Cold Flame Tempest mount, which is like a big blue phoenix looking thing. This guy. Hallow's End should start in about 4 minutes on North American servers. Bird mount. Pretty bird. Scour banks for tricky treats from last year. Do they not disappear? I always thought tricky treats vanished at the end of Hallow's End. Why is NA behind? Maybe time changes, I don't know. I can never keep up. I think our clocks are gonna roll back soon. November, maybe? I don't know. It's dark in the mornings right now. It's still dark when I'm driving home at like 7:30. Not like pitch black, but like pretty dark. I was chatting with my boss yesterday, brought to my attention a local bird sanctuary. Now I need to visit. I love bird sanctuaries. Pretty bird. Undercity Death Trip. I don't usually do the city flames unless I'm like really, or the city thing. Do I? I did get Arphis last year. I wish the best of luck to anybody who didn't and is trying for it. I think maybe it'll be a bit more forgiving to get now with the new like bad luck building, assuming that that applies to him, which I think it should. I am not going for Horseman mount this year because I have one already. I've got my Arphis already. I'm just looking for the new stuff. Oh, puppy. Digital puppy. Arphis is rare? Yes. A little bit. see. Data for Azeroth. Let me find a completion percentage for you. I'm kind of curious. Let's go for pets and let's look for Arthas. Arthas is owned by 6%. 5.573 actually, rounding up. Rounded up to 6. So pretty rare, especially given that it's been in the game for a little while and that lots of people do like to collect holiday pets, so it definitely wasn't like a guarantee. That is fairly rare for pets. Didn't know I was so lucky. I think I got mine on like either the last day or the second to last day. It was cutting it pretty fine. They should have a pet competition. Just like I would love a pet competition that's mount off style. I don't want to battle them. I just want to pull them out. You know, maybe at a large size. Got it just now. Oh, congratulations. It's a cute one. Pet mirror competition. I need to get up for a break soon, but Miss Kira is really cozy. And right now I'm kind of in the Kira gets whatever she wants phase of my life. I went to one of the pet stores last night to get her more of her favorite licky treats because she only wants one brand. She will not eat another brand of licky treat. She needs that brand. She doesn't mind the flavor. Chicken's preferred, but she will have the salmon and tuna flavors. But it has to be Tiki Cat or she's not messing with it. Stoked like nobody's business when I finally got the Love Rocket mount on Valentine's Day last year. Yesterday he suggested maybe I wait before resorting to cash instead of the token route. Looks like that was good advice. Oh, hang on. Stories are happening. Hello. I like how I raise my hand to say that I fought at the Scarab Wall. It's a filthy lie. I did no such thing. This one's great though because we get to throw apples. So if I'm good, maybe we can get it done. Tiki Cat's the brand I switched our senior cat to recently, and he loves it. It's the only thing she'll do. The only treats I can get her to take are the Tiki Cat Licky treats and greenies. Feline greenies. Oven roasted chicken flavor. That's it. It's the only thing I can get her to eat as far as treats go. Red Jack TV. Thank you very much. Does she like true? I've never bought them for her. I did try another brand of licky treat and she absolutely turned her nose up at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't. Didn't know they made cat greenies too. It's funny because I don't think she even crunches them. She doesn't have enough teeth left to crunch them. She just likes choking them down. I don't know. We have the same cat. But I appreciate it because for whatever reason, feline greenies are affordable. I can get like a big bag of them for, I don't know, it has to be like close to $10. Whereas if I want to buy Moose, like the dog greenies, especially the large ones that are for his size, they're so expensive. Sometimes we do the dentist sticks instead because he likes those well enough. And I like giving him a treat like that just while we eat dinner because then he settles down nicely. But the feline or the canine greenies are so much money. At first I was like, oh, this is great. He likes these a lot. And then I'm like, wait, how much were they? Canadian Tire. It's like a bag of 8 of them. 8 treats is like $20. Bananas. Probably not a better time to get the insane achievement. Yeah, it's a good minute for rep farming. It's a lot of dollars, yeah. I can pay approximately that much and get like 40 of the dentist sticks or something crazy. Like I get a big bulk pack of them. I need to set myself up with a Costco membership and brave Costco, but I haven't really gotten to that point in my life yet. She blatantly refused to consider anything that had been on sale. Oh. Kitty used to be very sensitive to whether or not something was even close to going stale. So I had to make sure that I got her food from stores that had a lot of turnover. Because even if it wasn't out of date yet, if it was from a store like a grocery store that doesn't sell a lot of cat food, and the bag was within like 6 months of its best by date, she would be like, no thank you. I'd rather die. So I would, I'd find the pet stores that had better turnover, so they would have like more recent dates, which meant that I had to go get the stuff in person. I couldn't get it ordered or delivered. I would be like in there like checking the fine print, being like, does this have at least like a year, 2 years left on the thing? Okay. So I'm gonna finish this story time. We've got some apples to throw. And then I'm gonna take a short break, and then we can check out some Hallow's End stuff. Apples! Rotten apples. Found a lot of doggy treats at Costco that Finley loved. I bet I would spend way too much money on moose at Costco. There we go, we did it! I'm done with story times. We got it. I got my peanut gallery achievement. Peanut gallery? Important word to pronounce. I got my cool 20 years achievement. And I officially have one cold flame tempest. There it is. Oh, it's big. Large bird. Big bird. Codex of Chromie Q. Q is DPS or healer if it is at all possible for you to do so. Also, look at little Arphis swimming back there. I'm gonna be right back. Kitty, you can stay, you know. You don't have to get up. Are you sure? It's nice and warm up here. Alright. She's got places to be, I guess. Maybe she'll go lay on the bed. Looks like she's leaving. Oh well. Oh my goodness. The Arphis who was swimming up the hill, I guess got tired of swimming and is now taking an airborne nap. Have you ever seen his little puppy tummy? There's an angle for you that you don't normally get to see. Oh man. You can come back anytime you want. Cat was gonna heal a dungeon for stream. What do you think about the new $80 mount? I'm glad people are happy, I guess. I just got the meta like just minutes ago. Let's check out Hallow's End, shall we? Wait for 5 minutes. Kira's the one streaming. Hazel's a robot. Yeah, we're gonna be in a bit of trouble. I think it is the first mailbox on a mount. They want a lot of dollars for it. I don't think I hate the mount specifically. I think I'm just a little not thrilled with what it represents right now at this point in my life. What are we doing? We're doing Hallow's End. I guess I should do it on this character because he needs the experience buff. Me as well. Let's take him Orgrimmar, I guess? Seems reasonable. I'm banning these garrison quests. I don't think I'm gonna go, Oh, actually, he could also... I don't know if it's good experience, but he could do that. Pretty bird. I've seen how they compared this mount to Ashes. This one? Now Lazendis today. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Messing with my get WoW tokens with gold for game time thing. Yeah, I bet it is. How many tokens do you have so far? I don't know, actually. I think my other character has them. I've got 3 on this character and then 9, so I have 12 right now. I do believe I spent a few already. I don't recall on what. Maybe a pet or something. It doesn't seem like you get very many of them. I don't really know what the deal is with them. It's a bit strange. They were like, do the event and get a currency and buy stuff. And then they were like, by the way, It's barely anything you can do for the currency, and it's really weird how you get it. It's just strange. You don't have the Halloween buff. Well, I haven't started yet. Deep breaths. It's gonna be okay. Hallow's End started 12 minutes ago. There's a quest around here somewhere that's gonna... There we go. They're commoners. They'll send me to the party. There are new Hallow's End things to collect. There's a couple new things on the vendor for treats, apparently, and then there's some stuff you can get for the horsemen as well. There's Lordaeron, Razor Hill Brewler at the square. Should we go to the ruins of Lordaeron? May as well. Spooky. Seems time gated. People don't do everything in one day. Yeah. Minimum of 3 weeks to get the token achievement. That makes it farmable. They did it so people couldn't spam out the items and then log. Why do they care if people spam out the items and then log, though? It's just weird. Oh, I see what you mean when you say death trap, actually. People told me about this, and they people just said Undercity's a death trap, and I'm like, I mean, is my Alliance character really gonna go? I thought we were talking about like it being a flag for PvP or something. That's funny. Yeah, no, I misunderstood. I thought we were talking about like for Alliance. So I guess what I need to do is I need to go talk to the Zidormi and flip the time, maybe. Brill's here. I certainly don't have any quests there right now because this is smoked. Phasing with BFA that they haven't fixed. It's curious that I don't see Zidormi on my map. Normally she's around there. Maybe this is actually like a problem. I did not level a Drakthir priest. Yeah, no, just weird phasing. She's initially not there. Oh. Is she ever there? Oh. Well, I guess we just won't go there. Let's go to Orgrimmar. We'll do some stuff in Razor Hill. It's fine. Bad for people that spent 800 tenders in the October T-Mog without knowing they would release a lootable set. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it's... I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I'm glad I saved my tender now that... Like, I almost... If I'd known that I mean, I guess I did know. But it was sort of the same thing as the dive suit. Like, they had the dive suit on the trading post, and then they had a cheaper one. Or not cheaper, but they had one that you could get via the fishing derby. And then I got the fishing derby set, and now I'm like, well, I guess I don't really need these other pieces I spent all this tender on. Yeah, of course it's a recolor, but some people don't feel the need to have both of them. And then some people do. Some people will want to try to get everything. Is stuff on fire? Listeners, if they can do a recolor, they most likely will. That is actually a good thing to try to remember. I don't know if I've ever done this in Razor Hill. Where do they light things on fire? Is it this? It's this! Oh, we're practicing. I understand. I was thinking, doesn't the guy come around and go tee hee hee ho ho ho? Was not a mouse in the house, and I'm gonna light you all on fire. And then you do it on the roofs and stuff. Random piece guaranteed to drop each day, no duplicates. That's good. That's nice. Froze the Scarecrow set, finally bought the purple behemoth fish. Oh. Missed my opportunity to say, stay away from the voodoo. Kitty cat. Miss Kira. Mohane, thank you very much for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. Congrats to those who picked them up. Nice little month of ad-free Hazel stream viewing. And of course, cute emotes. How do you feel about the auction house mount? I'm happy for people that are happy. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I'm not against it, but it's a lot of money. And this is not, not attacking you. It's a valid question. But I found out yesterday that my cat has lung cancer, and I'm really not in the mood to give Blizzard $130 for pixels. It's just not happening right now. I'm still. We're just doing our best here. Baby girl. I don't think she knows. She seems okay. She has a pulmonary carcinoma. And the vet was supposed to send me some stuff, and they didn't, so I need to get in touch with them today and make sure they have my email correctly, because I need to look over some quotes to find out what our different options look like and stuff. Because we were talking about surgery, but I need to see some stuff. Hope they do more statue anniversary sets. Want the gold Illidan and the gold Arthas to go with gold rag. Oh, now stuff's on fire. She is 10. She is 10 years old. She is much too young for this. She's had some really garbage luck in her life. Going blind a couple years ago, and now this. Yeah, I mean, she's technically a senior kitty now, but she's not elderly or anything. Charity pet transmog. Apparently, I actually got gifted it. One of my friends has given me one, so it's cute. I haven't opened it yet. I think I will. She was a little baby when I got her. I've had her whole life. It's mushy, but I ordered one of those like clay paw print kits that you can do with like the little picture frame thing. I might do that. I don't really have a lot of details. I don't really know like what her chances are if we do the surgery. I don't know what kind of timeline she's looking at, like with or without it. There was also some talk about chemo. I don't know how much all of this costs. We're already in like $3 or $4 grand just on testing that we've already done. And I'm not saying that the money's like a big thing, but you have to look at everything. It's hard. I'm not doing any crowdfunding or donation. Sort of a situation. I'm just doing my regular stream. I'm putting out the wrong fires over here, aren't I? It's surgery and it gave us another year with her. We can donate good vibes, yeah. Thanks, Jeff. It sucks. Yeah, I have savings set aside for them for medical expenses. I guess if I get a quote that looks like it's just gonna absolutely blow through all of it and then like I also have savings that I have been setting aside for years to try to get a house or like a condo or like buy some property. And if I need to eat some of that and put that off for a year, that's a possibility to be talked about. But I just need to see some stuff from the vet that they were supposed to send me yesterday. Puppy had to go through treatment for parvo. I think the moral of the story is hug your pets. Pet your pets, you know. Donate KD. I don't know if I'm ever going to get this quest done, actually. I think things might be burning faster than I can deal with them. It's not like a progress bar or anything. It's a 0-1 put out the fires. It's tough not knowing, like, what are, like, how long this could be. I don't know how long she's had it. I don't think anyone will ever be able to tell me that. I don't know. We could be... I don't know what we're looking at. I don't know if it's months. I don't know if it's years. You cannot solo this quest 5 to 6 people. Yeah, maybe I should just give up. I should just move on and give up. I'm not in Chromie times. There are 80s here. There are like a handful of people, but maybe not 5 to 6. Maybe not enough. To be honest, I don't really remember how you get the buff. It was like a big bonfire, but I know where it is for Alliance. I don't know where it is for Horde. Maybe there's one out front here. Lordaeron was killing me. If Lordaeron is the only one for Horde, then I'm just not having a good day. It's in Undercity. So I'm just hooped then. Like, I can't go there. I die. Go to the towers in Org Mid-City. So I can't change Undercity time, though. The NPC is phased. Like, I went there, I died. I rezzed. Zadormi's not there. Why do you die there? Plague. It's phased to the BFA version of it, and Zadormi is not where she should be. It's just bugged. Apparently it was broken before. I did take the Zeppelin portal, I promise. It's cute for horsemen, eh? Fixed it by doing the intro quest skip for Horde BFA. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't think it matters how you get to Undercity. I think it's that Undercity is full of plague. Just level up without the buff, yeah. I think doing the intro quest would probably fix it. On your first daily attempt per BNet account, chance to drop unique rewards, mounts, pets, toys, and manuscripts. Blizzard have not specified which items are subject to this system. Oh, you know what I could maybe do? It wasn't going to fix my buff problem, but I'm just going to I wanted to just look at the vendor, that's all. I just wanted to see what you can get for tricky treats, because I think he might go tricky treating. I was hoping to do it with the experience buff, but we already have 2 experience buffs. Am I really greedy enough to need a 3rd one? How much bonus experience does one warrior need? Does Canada have a stock market? Are stock markets regional? I have no idea. I know people invest in stocks here, but I just kind of assumed they were doing the same ones as the States. I don't know much about it. Stock market is international, yeah. I don't understand why we don't just print more money. No, my War Mode XP buff is not on. I don't really want to be in War Mode. I don't like war. There we go. I'm clearly playing the wrong game. Alright, let's see what we got in our first loot-filled pumpkin. Doodle-doo. 6 tricky treats. And we picked up the Harvest Golem Belt. Apparently, word on the street is that you get 1 piece of this set every day and it will not give you duplicates. So if you do your daily horseman, you should get the whole set. You should get the whole set. Nice. And that's like once per BNet account that you need to do that, so you don't need to grind it on a ton of characters. So unlucky with put out the fires. I think we need to be on a like in a shard with a group or anything or something, like enough people working on it to get the fires out. All right, you know what? Let's just suck it up. It's only 10:30. Let's see if we can find the BFA thing. I'm just gonna poke around for a bit. I'm not really looking for any advice right now. Actually, you know what we could do? Did it with full curses, though. Oh, I forgot about the curse thing. I'll pick that. You can do it on 7 different characters the same day to get them faster? Oh, really? Okay. Thank you. It's a lot of Morgma. Got the full set today. Yeah, maybe we'll do that then. We certainly have the characters for it. Are you ready to help cure some wounds? I don't want to cure the wounds. I just need someone to get a little air purifier running in Undercity. Oh, hey. Tricky treats. Everything except for the 2 vendor things for the thing now. Oh, there's the rumble foil. Or coin. Back piece is only buyable? Gotcha. Level 55. I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough. Oh, he can't use his dollar on Hearthstone. His garrison one's gonna kind of suck. And you can't. This isn't skippable. I just want the portal back to org, man. I'm not looking for any advice though. We'll just poke around. We'll figure it out. Harry, thank you very much for the gift subs. Undercity air purifier filters would need to be changed often. King's Rest soloable yet? I'm not sure. One way to find out. I must be on low brain power today. I never opened my pumpkin. I went for a walk yesterday and I saw someone with a pumpkin carved with Christmas trees in it, and I thought, they're ready for the next holiday. I love the energy. Fine, I'll carve a pumpkin. I'm carving a tribute to Christmas! I also prefer Christmas to Halloween, so I get it. My realization that I'm low on brain power moment was when I responded to a colleague in French when she messaged me in English, and she doesn't speak French! That is a vibe. Oh, man. Turtle reached the water. Wish the dollar on Hearth worked without doing the Legion intro. Yeah, a bit funky. At least it's fast to do, but it's annoying that you have to remember to do it in each character. I thought we were moving away from things that we had to repeat in each character like that. Pots on Dino Mount. Very expensive. Too much money for me. I already have a Bruto, though. That's important context. If I didn't have a Bruto, and I wasn't looking some expenses in the face, I feel like I would maybe feel differently. Get a black Christmas tree and decorate it with Halloween-themed ornaments. It's kind of nice is all of these quests are giving me like a fifth of a level. It's actually really good experience. But now I should have at the very least. Oh yeah. A portal back to Orgrimmar. Hallelujah. Did you know? Spine of Deathwing and Dragon Soul is easier? I did not know. What did they change? The Malks pick up one ball ready to go nuclear. Ooh, I like that. I have enough Hearthstones to save me $90 Hearthstone if I need an auction house. Yeah. Less RP and random Drake killing. Oh, that's nice. That RP used to kind of lull me into a sense of I need to wait longer, and I would have this problem where I would just like not remember to talk to Thrall to get the next step going. I would just be like hanging out up on the platform like any minute now. Alright, second time's a charm. Nope. Maybe Zudarmi will be there this time. I did know that raid skips are account wide. It's excellent news. Because she's supposed to be right there. She's at least marked on the map this time. That is an upgrade from before. She was not there before. Or if she was, then I didn't see her and I don't want to hear a word about it. I just took the portal of the Zeppelins. That's how I died. Is she here? There she is. That's the stuff. So doing the intro quest caused her... It didn't fix the death problem, but it did make her appear so that I can fix it. Because otherwise there's nothing doing. Okay. I'm abandoning this thing. Go away. Get out of here. Still looks a little green. Well, if you guys are cool, I'm cool. Valendia, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. I heard a warning about raid skips. What was the warning? Bunch of quests out here. Two-hour buff. There we go. Experience and rep for 2 hours. Yep, 10%. 10%, 10%. Experience and rep. It's nice. Let's go see the, gotta be a vendor around here, huh? Somebody I can shop with? Pet vendor. I have those. Mask vendor. Don't need those. Wand vendor, definitely don't need those. Candy and toys? Now we're talking. Transmogs and stuff. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna need 200... Hang on. What, all the things you're not gonna tell me? Alright, maybe it needs an update. 200, 300, 400, 500. I guess I didn't get that last time, because that was added a while ago. Alright, I need stuff. I need tricky treats. 500 plus of them. You know what we do? We turn on candy buckets. We have candy buckets on. We go into our candy bucket settings. There are no candy bucket settings. We go visit the candy buckets. For some reason I thought I was going to be able to make them bigger like I do in Handy Notes. And maybe you can, and I don't remember how. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We're just going to go do this. Seems like a good time to light some key flames. Yeah, for real. I don't know about all that. I think that those fires can just burn. We are trick-or-treating. Thank you very much. And these give like a half a normal quest's amount of experience. It looks like 11% to my level for each. Oh, this. I forget about this all the time. You can't loot treats if you have a handful of treats already. So you have to open them, and then you can get another one. Gotcha. Blessed be candy buckets. Wasn't there a thing? There was a trick that we used to use where before you looted the pumpkin, your character would like sit or something. I forget exactly what it was. It might have been sitting. And it would prevent you from getting transformed with like the debuff that you can't click off that you have to wait out. Yeah, I think it's sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just to save it like a tiny bit of time. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to either make a macro or find one. Let's take this yell. Slash sit. Change name icon. Which of these looks sitting adjacent? None of them. The boar. The beer. There we go. Change name. Sit. Okay. Stick that in his bar so that he can just do that with a button instead of having to type it out every time. Also, I have gone too far. There's one at high command that I didn't get. Doing this with dragon writing must be much faster than doing it otherwise. So he can sit and then he can open it. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to do this. You can't put that on your bar, eh? You have to just use it from your bags. There we go. Hold, sit, and yell. Yeah, I think Arfus is available once again. Sky riding, much more inclined to get every bucket. Yeah, it doesn't take too long at all. My bird's definitely a little tired, but... Oh, you know what I should do? Is I should do this on, I should ride the horseman's mount, right? Oh, or the broom, actually. So we have the headless horseman's mount, of course. That is a classic option. I feel like that's what I'm going to go with. But we also have the ghastly, rider. We could do the broom, too. I think the broom would be more suitable for Inksy. I think the horseman's mount would be great for him. So let's do that. The bat was also a little spooky, but... You know what? I'm going into that sit macro. Slash S. Trick or treat. Safe. Slash E. Grins. We're role playing now. Broom is instant cast during the event. But does it make you want to say poetry? Being instant cast during the event is very good. Good tip, good tip. Really hope I get all the masks. Is there a reason? What is it that we want the mask for? Is it an achievement? And if so, can you just buy them off the vendor? There's a mask vendor. Or do you need to get them to drop for you? Do you level fast 80? You can level pretty fast 80, depending on how fast is for you. It's faster now than it usually is. Slash use handful of treats. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's whack that in there too. Oh, trick-or-treating. Yeah, I don't know. Certainly some experience. It's about like a half of a regular quest per bucket. You can get quite a few of them quite quickly, so it's not bad. Time walking, though, right now, random classic time walking is also extremely fast. Alright. What? Yeah, that does work. So every time that I press that macro, my character sits so he doesn't get transformed. He says trick or treat because I'm adorable. He emote grins because I'm adorable. And then he opens his last handful of treats so that he can get the new ones. That's nice. I did get the bonfire buff. It's right here. Grim Visage. Which achieves still missing? Which achieves missing? Am I missing? I think I have them. I have the long strange trip. I'm just here for getting the new cosmetics. I'm sure I don't have all the achievements, do I? Hallow's End? Yeah, I need to go to the buckets of Kazalgar and find Pepe or something, but I don't think it's that important. Just like achievement points. I don't have war mode on. It's a good idea. I like that macro. I'm a horde. War mode's, what, 10% at most? You're not missing. I see you right there. Yeah. So to change to Old Tirisfal, you talk to Zadormi in Tirisfal. And if she isn't there, if you look at your map and there's no like white chat bubble icon, your character may need to do the horde or the BFA intro skip. So pick up the BFA intro quests in your capital city and do those. And then you'll still die going to Undercity, but you will be able to find Zadormi. At least that's how it worked for me. I'm getting like 3 treats per handful. But yeah, this is pretty fast. They did add new cosmetics. There's a transmog set. There are some new transmog items available on the vendor for tricky treats. I would, if you were looking to catch up, make sure that you do the Headless Horseman every day. Apparently, you can even do it every day or today across many characters if you want to get the set drops from him more quickly. You know what I should do is I should do it before they fix that, actually. I bet you they're gonna... I mean, I don't know if they will, but it's possible that they change that to be not spammable. Because the rest of it is not intended to be spammable. So maybe I'll just, like, knock out some horseman queues on some other characters. Just to get more of that transmog, like, before anybody thinks to mess with it. Do characters that can heal and tank for faster queues. Hello, how are you today? Hello. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Changed the horseman fight. Was it last year or was it the year before? I haven't checked the garrison. I would be very surprised if they had changed anything with the Warlord's garrison this year. There's definitely Hallow's End stuff in the garrison, but I did it back in Warlords. Headless Horse. Lost all my tricky treats when I logged out. Oh no. Soulbound, huh? They're not account bound or anything. I'm not gonna bother doing curses right now. I don't think you need to do curses to get the armor drops from your pumpkin, and I already have everything else from this, so. Yeah, it's a dragon writing manuscript, I think. really much recall the details. Or are they gonna need me to actually heal? They might need me to actually heal. Just finished a 2-hour AV. Did you have fun? Also lost Treats logging out. Yeah, hopefully mine are still there. If they're not, then I guess we're starting over. Should I get the auctionist now? You gotta make your own choices. Think for yourself, etc. Do you want it? Do you have approximately $100 to use on digital World of Warcraft amenities? Up to you. There you go. We got the chess piece from that. If you buy the auctionist mount, it is available now. It will cease to be available in January. It's available for until January the something or another, maybe 8th, 7th, 6th, I don't know. You've got a couple months to buy it, and then if you don't, you don't. Life will probably go on whether or not you buy it. Sun comes up, sun goes down, etc. Next character. Stick with people that can tank or heal. $5 million gold scammed. I mean, I've been using it since BFA, so we've had like, what, 7 years? 6 years of it? Also, I don't know if I'm gonna buy the new one. It's a lot of money. You know, yes, it's better than mine because it has a mailbox on it. It's so much money. Buy the Revan pack? One of my friends actually gifted me the Revan pack, so that was very nice of them. That was a sweet thing to do. Set's guaranteed to drop regardless of curses. If you're just after the set, don't bother with curses. They might help with Arthas. It was always very hard to tell by how much, but if you're farming for Arthas or the Horseman's Mount, I would do the curses just in case. Curses are extra affixes you can opt into on the Horseman fight on a personal basis. Does it take 3 years? We don't know if it'll ever come back. We don't know. Got 4 levels in a single time walk-in dungeon. Yeah, it goes pretty fast. Need to take a break from this game. I absolutely support that. If it is not improving your life, then it doesn't have any place in it. Yeah, it's very effective FOMO marketing. And they've really amped it up by not only making it a strong utility thing, but also a ton of money. Yeah, lots of people are having problems with Tricky Treats disappearing on logout. It's a bit unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Philozika, thank you for the 2-month resub. Philozika, appreciate it very much. Sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, teeny little kitty cat. Great big bed. She's more centered this time. She's not in the corner. X-Pac is a very buggy one. Every time that we have a bug on Silken Court, which is quite often because the Silken Court's kind of buggy, the sheer punniness of the fight where you're fighting two big Nerubians and having it be buggy just turns my brain into noodles. It's just mac and cheese up here. It's like, oh, I get it, it's buggy. Oh, brand new joke. Can't deal with it. It's too much. So cute. Is she okay? She has a lung tumor. She has a cancerous lung tumor. At least one. So we're gonna do our best. I don't know if she's okay though. No, it's alright. That was... I remember yesterday when I said I stopped tanking, that was the context for why. It wasn't anything wrong with tanking. I remember you said you were sorry that I didn't have more fun. Tanking's just fine. I just wasn't really in the mood to do anything new or fiddly. Yeah, she's appreciating the heck out of the giant bed. She's been having a very nice time. I've been spoiling her rotten. I have been buying her treats and taking extra time for cuddles and extra time for naps and lots of smooches and scritches, and she loves all of it. She's a big love bug. Yeah, no, she's doing normal cure things. She's grooming well. I think she's feeling okay right now. It's just such a... It just messes with your head to go from, well, this blood test is a little weird. Let's check on this, to, well, maybe there's something up with maybe her immune system and maybe you could give her like some steroid therapy, to, well, something in her lungs, to, well, that's cancer. Like, it just, you know, you don't expect your cat to be that sick. You just kind of think, well, I mean, I thought I was going to have her forever because I'm crazy and because I love her very much. She's very important to me. But she's only 10. She's not elderly or anything. And, like, lung cancer apparently is really rare in cats. And, like, I don't smoke. I've never smoked. I don't vape. I don't burn incense. It's not like there's a ton of risk factors or anything going on around here. Biology is a wild card. Yeah. Sometimes there's just nothing doing. Sometimes it just stuff happens. Advice for someone who has played for 15 years, has to switch and start all over. I mean, it sounds like if you've been playing for 15 years, you kind of know everything. Enjoy the moment. Don't worry too much about what you've lost. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Harry. That long kills me, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try and remember the thing that I tell people, which is that we were lucky to have each other, and there's, you know, there's lots of animals that don't get to spend such a nice life, and she's had a very nice time, and I'm lucky that we found each other and spend all this time together. No matter what happens, nothing takes away, you know, 10 years of naps and cuddles and chirps and treats and stuff. I'm not gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry later. That's my plan. I have it scheduled in. We're gonna queue up for the thing again. We're just collecting this set. Grief sucks, but it is an important part of being human, and it's the kind of thing that tends to cause problems if you run away from it forever. It's just kind of the flip side of the coin of having loved someone very much. I need to get into heals back. I don't have very many talent points. Heal is feral. Go for gold. I can heal with no or barely any talent spent. We can do that. Although, we're at least in retrospect, which is more than my priest could say. Pup got to dip upon 2 oceans, visit many national parks, feed on the biggest trees in the world, have those adventures together. Yeah. Some people think that things really, they only like count if someone's there to remember them, and I do think remembering things is very nice. I have this idea that nice things that happen in the world count even if no one knows they happened or if no one remembers them. Because they happened. I just have this sense that that's important. So, we've had a lot of nice time. I want another 10 years. I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna see what we can do. And maybe we'll get lucky and things will go well and she can catch a frickin' break. But we're gonna have a lot of feelings until then. She's 10. Yeah, I think it's nice that she seems to be feeling good too. She's so happy to have the gate down. I no longer have a pet gate that like kind of separates cat zone from dog zone. They're just living together now. And they're doing great, and she's so happy. I think she was so over it. She'd started like sneaking through the gate. She wasn't worried about the dog at all. And it was mainly for her benefit, because she's older and blind and tiny, and he is big and bouncy and excitable, so I was just kind of trying to not stress her out too much, but she like got rid of the gate, and she's like, ah yes, finally my domain, and she's just like claimed everything again. She's not gonna let the dog push her around. If anything, it goes the other way. Okay, so we got the shoulders from that. I think once we have the whole set, we're gonna put it on somebody. I don't know who, but we're gonna mog it onto somebody. Where's the good boy? He's sleeping in my living room. He's, I posted some pictures of him on Instagram, though. We want people that can heal and tank. Heal and tank. She doesn't like catnip. She's one of those cats. Apparently, genetically, a certain subset of cats has no effect from catnip. I've tried a few different forms of it, fresh and dried and toys and whatever. I even grew some for her at one point. She didn't care. Couldn't care less. Which was a shame because I wanted to get my kitty high. I was over there being like, hey, you want a party? She's just like, no, not really. You got any socks? I like socks. Is that so? I thought my cat was broken. Convinced a subset of humans are also anti-weed. My cats are mental for catnip, have to keep them separated or they'll go at each other to get all of it. She does like shower water. I'm physically predisposed to not partying. AFK for 1 minute. Oh, we were talking about catnip. Specifically. I'm not really a cannabis person myself. I'm pretty straight in there. I'm not even an alcohol person anymore. Yeah. Cat won't touch meat no matter how I cook it for her. Hopefully there's some like in her food though. Cats are, I mean I'm sure you know this, but like obligate carnivores, they need certain nutrients that can only be really had from that. Although I get a cat being picky. She won't eat. I can catch fish and I can cook like a tiny piece of like really nice fresh fish for her. Won't have it. Not touching it. Anymore? Hazel used to party? I used to drink. On occasion. Not like every day or anything, but I used to drink sometimes. And I've put that down because it wasn't really doing me any good. And I wanted to see if I missed it if I stopped, and it turns out I don't. So, some money and, you know, headaches I can save. Still trying to convince my husband to get a pet since he promised me 2 cats years ago. Oh man. I would have such a hard time living without pets now. It like severely limits my choice of places to live when I'm looking for places to move to. But I don't I don't care. I knew that when I got a great big dog. I need dogs and cats. It's important. Or at least one of each. No drinking saved me lots of money. Unfortunately, developed a Warhammer habit instead. Compared to things that I used to do in like my 20s, I no longer spend money on alcohol, and I no longer spend money on haircuts and hairstyling, which, like, it's a joke, but also it's true. Like, those things can be very expensive, especially when I used to get my hair like professionally colored. Really adds up. Also, I don't remember if I learned my piece of mog from that. But I just spend it all on the animals. Like, it's not like I have more money, I don't think. Anyway, I have to go talk to the bank about that. But it's not like I have any more money. I think I'm just spending it on the animals. I got a dog. I am sober and a little bit less glamorous, but my dog's happy. So I think we're doing it okay. Quitting smoking has saved me thousands. Hair colors were always fabulous, though. They were lovely. Britt did a very good job. I had a great stylist. Yeah, I didn't learn these. Oops, there we go. Don't have a doggy now, so we can do some traveling, but we're both starting to go a little dog crazy. It's intense when the dog fever takes you. I was rabid, pun intended, for a dog when I wanted him. I did the same experiment, ended up with the same conclusion about the drinking. Yeah. I'm always a little hesitant to tell people if it comes up, or to like bring it up, because I don't want to come off as preachy, but it's like one of my favorite things that I've done for myself this year was to just decide not to drink at all. It's just nice. Let's do Guardian, shall we? Actually, you know what? Let's do Resto. Which is more expensive, Warhammer or drinking? Depends on how into either you are. Finally told him I was getting one since he said I could after we moved into the house we'd lived in for years. I haven't checked to see if I still have my original Tricky Treats. I haven't checked. We'll find out. I just want to get the rest of the set first. How often do you get invasive personal questions about babies? Honestly, never. I don't think anyone. I know that's not the case for most women. I'm really lucky. Nobody in my life gives me the slightest bit of a hard time about not wanting kids. It's great. What an enlightened society I live in. Hard thing to change. Canadian culture normalizes it quite a lot. My secret is to have no friends, but won't work for everybody. Hair, why are you paying your hair? Naturally growing? Yeah, so I don't have to pay anybody to cut my hair because I can cut it myself with clippers, and I don't have to pay anybody to dye my hair because it's brown now. And also I've accepted my gray hair. I have quite a bit of it. I may be one of those people that's fully gray by like my 40s, and we're just gonna work with that. Used to feel weird about not drinking, but it seems lately more and more people are stopping or reducing. I think it's nice that it's more accepted for you to not drink for like no reason. And it's probably also a little bit of a boon to people that are not drinking for a big reason, that people won't like drill them for it, because it used to be a thing where if you weren't drinking, it's like, oh, why not? Do you have a problem? Do you have big, deep, dark life secrets? And it's like, shush. You know, but like it's so much more normal now that you can just be like, yeah, I don't want to, it's all right. It's not really my thing. And that's the end of it. It's not, at least among the people that I've been around, no one's gonna give me a hard time about it. Don't let this beast eat me. Stop dyeing my hair, letting it be gray saved me so much money. Yeah. Plus, I think gray hair is kind of pretty. Even my gray hairs, they're shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Maybe I'm just in my flop phase or whatever, but at this particular point of my life, I don't really feel like I owe it to anybody to look particularly nice anymore. Not that I want to be sloppy. Like, I am hygienic, I am clean, my clothes are clean, I wash my face, I do my skincare. Like, I'm not saying that I'm a complete mess, But it used to be the case that I like wouldn't want to go outside without makeup or without straightening my hair and fixing my bangs or any of these things, for myriad reasons. But at this point, I'm glad that I've kind of let that go and it's not something I worry about anymore, because it just frees up more space in my brain for existing. It occurred to me that at least right now I wasn't doing it for me. Lots of beauty things can be self-expression and a lot of people do it just for themselves, but I wasn't doing it for me, so I just stopped doing it. I figure if everybody else can get away with showing up in their lives with no makeup and short hair and a t-shirt on, why not me? What are we doing? Sometimes multiple t-shirts because I'm chilly. We're opening this. We're getting ourselves some gloves. We're going to learn them. Problem done. How long until a rewatch of Bottoms? Shiny, shiny, shiny. Do I need to subscribe to earn rewards? You don't need to subscribe to my Twitch channel to earn WoW rewards. You can just watch the stream if you're looking for the Scarab drop, if that's the question. Happy? So is my GF that I find the comfortable look attractive. Yeah. I find myself wanting to be in the company of people that feel genuine. And I'm not saying you can't be glamorous and genuine. There are lots of very well-groomed hot people that are wonderful and interesting. But I feel like the light that shines out of somebody when they're just excited about something is very important to me. And that's nice because that's something that people keep as they get older, usually. And it kind of helps alleviate my fears about aging, because I am going to get grayer and wrinklier, and I'm sure my body's going to look different over time. And it's nice to not be too attached to being young and hot, because you're not going to be young and hot forever. You're going to be young to somebody and hot to somebody forever. But even when you're 95, there's going to be somebody in your home that's like 102 that's like, oh yeah, I miss those days. But it's just nice. I'm looking for... I actually don't know how many pieces there are. I'm just going to keep doing this until it stops giving me pieces, I think. That's my plan. As you get older, your care for others' opinion becomes less of a burden. I'm also incredibly lucky that outside of whether or not it's important to pander to people online, which is kind of an open question, I am not really going to be persecuted at work for not conforming or for not glamming up enough. There are plenty of workplaces where, maybe not openly, but people will have a harder time progressing or being taken seriously if they don't look a certain way. So it's not like it's a completely black and white issue. Hazel hotness is over. It's just not really relevant, you know? I feel hot. I don't really want anyone else to think I'm hot. It's kind of not their problem, you know? Outside of, like, my relationship, right? Only piece you can't get is the head? Yeah, there's a couple things on the vendor for treats. Moose might complain if you don't bundle up enough cut his rock shirt. Yeah, that's true. I am the layering queen. Oh. Nice day to do some tricky-treating. The treats are not tradable, unfortunately. It is easier to do Path of Ascension for cosmetics than it used to be. It scales in kind of a funny way where at max level you do much more damage than you used to, so you don't have to do the fights as long. It makes them much more doable. We even tested that on stream. We did. Okay, I got a helmet. You can get the helmet from the box. Worth noting, because I just did. I have not bought the new auction house mount. I don't know whether or not I will. I haven't decided. I did hear about the bundle. I believe I was gifted it by a friend. I haven't opened it yet. Thanks for your boss guides. Best of all on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Should we tank Q on Night Flame? Am I? This is... Rabbit. Let's get into vengeance. I like how cats can just like line up their tails and wrap them perfectly along either the line of their bodies or like sometimes around their feet. It's very cute. It's like they're storing themselves. Guilds always watch your videos. Aww. I was walking my dogs. My boy Ace always loves to lay down and sunbathe for 20 minutes. Sometimes my puppy is just like, you know what? Especially when it's warm and sunny, he'll be like, it's sunny. I found a stick. I'm gonna lay down and chew this stick. We're not walking anymore. It's like, buddy. Okay, 5 minutes. Ali B, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Oh, you want to see Night Flame's outfit? I couldn't tell you what on earth he's wearing. Strappies. No creature can sleep as artfully as a cat. Actually, a beaver. How do you feel about the Gilded Longboy? Very expensive. Very expensive. Haven't bought it yet. This outfit is fire. Blue fire. Someone got the headless mount in my random group. Nice. Might be an old tier set. Might be a Dragonflight tier set. Screaming Torch Fiend. Dragonflight Season 4. That's what it is. I catalyzed him tier out of the catch-up gear. 60 quid, 77 USD. What is? It's 90 USD. It's 130 something Canadian. It's disgusting. Fire seems kind of like his thing. The original auction house mount does not have a mailbox. No mailbox. Just a vendor and an auctioneer. Yeah, I could probably set up a chat command for it. I gotta decide how much I want to trauma dump in it. Oh, what did I just do? I just used Metamorphosis. I don't need that, right? That's not important. People in this mount tend to congregate around mailboxes. Mm-hmm. Not a fan. I don't even know if I would go as far as not a fan. I mean, I guess it's true, I'm not a fan. But not a fan makes it sound like I'm more upset than I am. I don't want anybody who's excited about it who got it to think that I wouldn't want that for them, you know? I'm not trying to gatekeep the auction house mount. I'm not really trying to gatekeep much. Because you don't have one yet. Yeah, I mean, it only happened yesterday, and I haven't really spent much time messing with my stream. I don't even think I posted the stream VOD yet. I kind of wanted to turn stuff off yesterday. I might do it again today. No place for nuance. I do have the Headless Horseman mount. Okay, so I did not get an armor set piece, which means I think that I have them all now. At least that are going to drop from the guy. I want to buy it. Don't want to upset people that worked hard or spent more for the first one. Oh, for heaven's sake, don't worry about that. If somebody else is upset that you bought the mount, that is a them problem. That is their problem with Blizzard. That is not their problem with you. Please don't avoid it for that reason. Mr. Kitty, thank you very much for the 34-month resub. Oh, man. Guy claims to have bought it for his entire Mythic Plus team. Man. Imagine buying it for like a raid team. Alright, let's see if his tricky treats are still there. Also, it's incredible to me that Elitist Jerks is still around. Yeah, there's more items on the vendor for treats. His treats are still there. Lucky, lucky. Kind of not wanting to log out again now. Oh, MMO champion. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. We have a cute little macro for trick-or-treating where we made this button that does a couple of things. Some of them are just for fun. It makes him sit so that he cannot be transformed into something that cannot mount. It makes him say trick-or-treat. It makes him emote a grin. You can emote whatever you want. And it also makes him use the handful of treats he already had in his bag so that he can loop the next one. The emote and the say are completely optional. Or not functional, I guess I should say. But the other two parts are very handy to have a macro to hit like before you hit up a bucket. Had people upset over me getting them out, doing what makes me happy. Somebody who's upset about somebody getting them out would have a lot of people to be upset about. They would need to like copy their tirade onto their clipboard. And then like every time I see them out, I see like 19 of them. There's so many of them. They would really need to get like a nice spread fire of guilt to send out. Thank goodness. It's a lot of time investment. When the news came out, so one of our guildies posted a GIF meme in our Discord of like a wizard cat summoning money. And I thought that was really funny. What time is it? 20 after 11. We need a lot of treats. But, you know, we have lots of trick-or-treating we can do. And it is faster than it used to be on account of, well, dragon riding for one. And then being able to, there's more candy buckets than ever before. Although they are not right here. Actually, this is not the inn. I thought it was, it is not. Why am I doing this in a horde character? That's silly of me. I'm more familiar with the alliance inns. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Maybe if I get enough things to buy one item on him, I will buy it. For start, and then maybe hold on. See if this does anything. I did not see the Shadowlands raid lockout issue. Summon wallet. May or may not have forgotten where the Hallow's End vendor is. Tier or outside, up top of Undercity for Horde, which can cause some problems. Sometimes there's plague. And for Alliance, I want to say out front of Stormwind. But there may be one also in like the little like Elwyn Forest at like Goldshire and then Brill and Razor Hill and stuff like that. New transmog on the vendor for trick-or-treating. Plans for later today. I was gonna curl up and cry, to be honest. That's kind of all I've got on my list. I'm not being all that ambitious. I got to yoga this morning, that was good. I didn't want to, but I figured it would do me more harm to skip it than to go, so I went. I managed to make it through that without, like, visible tears, which was nice. Any of the XP buffs are working for pet battles? I don't know. Oh, I hope things go okay, Soupy Dan. Yeah, I did some backbends at the end of practice again today, and yesterday my teacher showed me a trick to help take pressure off my knees when I'm doing them with a block, so that was nice. That's been working for me. Oh, I forgot to use my macro. Macro is very important. Some buckets only give you 2 treats. It's kind of annoying. Should be proud of sticking to yoga. So far, so good. I think it is doing me good. If you're doing yoga, you should try Kung Fu or Jiu-Jitsu. But I like yoga. And it takes a lot of my time and energy. I'm doing about an hour and a half in a day, and I'm doing 4 to 6 days a week, depending on like moon days and energy. I don't really have any extra juice to do anything else right now. I'm kind of into this. Yoga but hitting people. Have you thought about underground cage fighting? Yeah. Not so much for me. Happy for people that like it. Yoga isn't lethal. That's what I remind myself whenever I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. I'm like, well, are you gonna die? No, you're not gonna die. Listen to your body and do your best. Yoga does nothing. All in the mind. A big lie. I don't even think you understand what a paradox or sentence has. Yoga does a lot because of how much in the mind it is. Interested about the philosophy. I've been doing some reading, and my studio also offers philosophy classes. I can't make it because they're during stream times, but I want to go. Which add-on? Candy buckets. Handy Notes also has a module you can do, but I'm using candy buckets. Yeah, so it's independent, but has a lot of overlap with Hinduism because they come from common roots. And also, I'm not an expert. Like, I'm pretty new to this still, so please don't take me as an authority. I'm not. I don't think everything's okay in here. But I'm also not in the right building for this, so we're gonna scooch. Live stream the philosophy classes, problem solved. Yeah, I'm sure they'd love that. Okay. Here we go, level 57. I think it's funny that this particular city is just in absolute chaos. No, I didn't buy the new British store. This is the Troll Heritage Armor, with a couple of gold sync items from the Dragonflight gold sync vendor. Yeah, we're getting a little XP by doing candy buckets. I want the treats for the new cosmetics on the vendor. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stick Gaming. Details is weird in time walking. Have you noticed anything? I haven't even had it on. I turned it on once to check to see who I should... Actually, no, I didn't. I was going to say who I should power infuse, but I'm not playing a priest, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yoga can be very difficult. For me, it's a pretty serious cardio workout, as well as stretching and strength training. I am doing Ashtanga yoga. I'm learning Ashtanga yoga. And you do a lot of vinyasas, a lot of body weight stuff. And what I've typically found is that if you're doing a posture and you're like, oh, this is easy and it feels nice, you're probably not doing it exactly as intended. Every time I think that something is easy and feels nice, my teacher comes up and is like, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put your foot here and turn your hips like this and then squeeze these. And I'm like, oh God, okay. Alrighty. And it's a lot of like getting things very incrementally, because right out the gate, you're not gonna be able to do most of it. So what you do is you do like a very modified version of it, and you build strength or you build flexibility or you build openness until you can get a slightly less modified version of it. And you just keep progressing in that way until you get the full expression of the various postures. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks, Chance. We got some bad news about Miss Kira, so I'm kind of a mess. saw banana wallpaper in one goblin house, and I was like, yeah, they would. Finding joints you didn't even know you had. Finding out my joints can do a lot more than I thought they could. Or at least not all of them. Obviously, you don't want your elbows and knees going all wonky, but my shoulders and hips are a lot more flexible. Or they have more capacity to be flexible than I thought they did. It actually feels really good now. Like it's tough when I'm doing it, but it feels really good to get through a practice and to really get my shoulders and my chest and my hips like stretched properly, because I'm not like clicky and tight anymore. It's kind of impossible to be clicky and tight anymore because of how much I work it out in the morning. Grab a stick in front of you and rotate it over your head behind your back. What do you mean? Like, I don't have a stick. Like a pen like here, and then like go over, and then like not quite 180 degrees. What we work on is we work on going back here and then going like up and over. And that one's coming along. Minimize you for 4 hours, don't go offline. I will be live for another 32 minutes. Not that close. I don't think I understand. I'm impossible at understanding body directions without a visual. It's pretty funny because my teacher will be like, can you put your knees here and your hips here? And I'm like, no. Can you show me? I'm stupid. I stopped uploading on YouTube. I do have another raid guide coming, and I will make some more videos, but I took a break from the news videos because I got pretty burnt out. Drew Lass, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Don't overstretch. Yeah, no, strength important, flexibility important. One of the reasons I like practicing in the studio with teachers is that they keep a pretty close eye on you to make sure that you're doing things with the right alignment and that you're not putting strain onto things that can't take it, because it is very easy to bear load and put strain into things that aren't supposed to hold it if you're just kind of like trying anything to get into a posture. And sometimes the difference between like rotating your shoulders one way or another completely changes where a stretch goes, and they're not supposed to go everywhere. It's very important to be careful. I don't know how people do it completely at home off of YouTube if they're trying to do the more advanced stuff. Usually a nice dose of humility. Yeah, one of the lessons is just focusing on your own journey. Some people, like, everybody's going to have some things that come more naturally than others and some things that take more work than others. And I find for myself, as long as I show up and I do my best to find like my point where I'm getting work done, I'm progressing in whatever position it is, then that's good. But it's so hard for me not to compare myself to other people around me. I so badly want to do that. And that's the nice thing about Drishti, is that every posture and every breath count has a specific gaze point. And not only am I like busy thinking about where it is so that I can try to like remember them and learn them, and they're good for kind of like focusing and helping calm your mind, but also if I'm looking at my drishti, I'm not looking at anybody else because I can't see them, because A, I'm not wearing glasses, and B, I'm looking down my nose or at my toes or whatever it is. So it's so hard, and I think it's one of the lessons that I'm learning right now is to just be an island on my mat and stay in my zone. The vibes of the room are great. It's nice to have that, but comparing yourself to somebody else is always just going to set yourself up for failure. Everybody's got their own body and they're all built a little different. It's important to do certain things a specific way to avoid knee strain. Yeah. And I know it's entirely possible that I injure myself in yoga, especially if I make mistakes or if I'm not super careful or if I overdo it. But I think that I need to keep in mind and compare the baseline of what I was doing before and the kind of pain and injuries that was causing me over time to this, and keep that in mind. Like, it's very easy to tell people, well, don't exercise, you're going to overexert yourself, or be careful with stretching, you don't want to overdo it. And that's true. But you could kind of equate it to telling people, well, I don't know if you should go for a run. It's a bit tough on your knees, and watch out for mountains, there's cliffs. Like, there are, be careful, of course, always be careful. But doing nothing is also dangerous, and you can't discount that. Obviously, rest things that are injured and don't push yourself past your limits, but I was in everyday pain in my shoulders and my chest and my back and my muscles all along here just because of how badly my anxiety was twisting my posture. And even if I did a bunch of therapy, which I did, and take a bunch of deep breaths, which I did, I need this stretching to help me work out all of that that's sitting in my body. And I am sore every day because of all the work I'm doing. But my back pain's gone and my shoulder pain's gone. I'm standing up a little taller, and I would pay a lot of money for that. That's like, I'm not saying I'm going to get injured. You shouldn't. I do my best not to. But even if I did, it would be worth it. It's important to pay attention. Hazel, I did not buy the new Brutosaur yet. I don't know if I'm going to. It's like CrossFit, people doing goofy exercises, racing each other to see who gets hurt faster. Yeah, that's certainly the reputation CrossFit has. But I bet you there are people out there that didn't used to do any fitness that got into CrossFit that are better off for it. I'm not saying it's the best form of exercise or it's the most safe thing to do or that it's practiced safely everywhere. It probably varies depending on who your instructor is. But I just want us to be cautious of dunking on ways people are trying to improve themselves for not being perfect. Because, you know, sometimes people that are thinking about it will hear something like that and be like, oh no, I guess I shouldn't do that and I shouldn't do that. And then they end up doing nothing, right? Like, I think lots of things are goofy, but if it's helping somebody, then by all means have at it. Just be, you know, listen to your body. That's all. Be careful. I always feel bad when people are progressing with similar issues that I'm dealing with. Yeah. My stretching comes from yoga, but there's lots of good mobility and stretching routines that you can look up. There's resources online, but you could also, if you have the resources or the insurance for it, contact like a physio and like a physiotherapist, and they should be able to, I'm assuming some things, but they should be able to help you figure out what kinds of stretches and exercises will specifically help your body feel better. That's what they're there for. That's what they're good at. When I'm exercising, I hate the mandatory feel of it. I have to trick myself into it by doing things I like. Typically tennis, taekwondo, rough on the joints, but if I don't do them, sit on my butt all day. Yeah, there's trade-offs. I think the thing that keeps me going back to yoga is not the exercise of it. It's almost like a place to go pray in sort of a non-religious kind of way for me. Like it's therapy for me. It's very personal. It's very spiritual. It's very grounding. And I know I need that regardless of the physical aspect of it. Like, it's great that I'm growing abs, but if I was just there to grow abs, I would do it for 3 days and then I would be like, owie, I don't need abs, and I would never go again. Right? Like, I'm getting other value from it. That is the reason that I'm still going, I think. Are you growing abs? I think so. I think I am. It's ironically, and it's not important to look skinny. It doesn't do you any good, but it's making me look less skinny than I'm used to looking, which took me a little bit of relaxing to get over because I've always been very slim and I've had some body hang-ups and issues before. So it's a little bit of a mind twist to see your midsection thickening. But we got a couple of new buddies up here. I blame Navasana. Navasana kicks my butt every day. It's awful. It hurts so much. The piece of it kept me going back. Stretching and fitness was a benefit. Brain was actually quiet in yoga. Yeah. It's also, for me, this is the first place I've been able to go regularly, like multiple times a week, to just be around people. I'm not like chatting really, but you know, they know my name. They're, you know, my teachers are kind of familiar with where I'm at and where I'm going. I am often around the same people every day, and I work from home. I have done for 10 plus years. I don't make connections very easily. It's very hard for me to do that, and just being around human beings is really valuable for me. That's nice. That's a nice part of it too. How many times a week? I do 4 to 6 days. The right number is going to be different for everybody, but I will do 4 to 6 depending on my energy and like where the full moons and the new moons land. Traditionally, you would take a rest day on a moon day. Also, sometimes I have one night a week where I do a gentle hatha class instead of my normal practice, and that's very nice and relaxing. And I'll count that kind of as like a half rest day, half yoga day, because it is yoga. And I do put forth effort in it, but it's a lot less energy expended than my normal practice. Human beings who share an interest in yoga. Yeah, they're very nice. What's the science behind moon days? A little iffy if you ask me, but I'm not a scientist. I think it's just a nice tradition, and I'm not gonna look a gift rest day in the eye. I think the traditional explanation is that during full moons, the gravitational pull on the water in your body is supposed to make you feel a little too ungrounded and off balance, whereas during new moons, it's the opposite. You are too heavy, and low energy. I think it's more of a tradition thing than I don't know if my body has enough mass for the moon to care. But again, not looking a gift rest day in the eye. No. That saga, though, is also a thing. You are also supposed to take rest days for that, if that's something that your body does. Yeah, I think Hatha is a great place to start. I would find like reviews and like look around on like local forums for your city and find out where people really like the classes or the instructors, and see if there's a beginner class that you can do there. Is your rest day sufficiently backed up by science? I don't know. It's also kind of nice that they're like sort of in a little bit of a different place every month, so you kind of, you know, sometimes it feels like a surprise day off that you weren't expecting because you kind of forgot a moon day was coming. And it's also a little bit like of a communal thing with the rest of the people. They're like, oh, did you have a nice moon day? Yeah. Got a lot of sleep. It was great. Workplace offers menstrual leave day has been life-changing for me. Man. Yeah, that would be something. How many candies? I have 57. That's it. That's it. I have 57 candies. Oh my god. I need like 500 of them. Even if it does nothing, ritual of it is important. That's kind of what I think. I am a little bit aware that there is a little bit of a risk that the more I get into this, the more I get into like the crunchy pipeline, which is a place that I'm fairly cautious of. There's definitely some like adjacent practices and things that are less supported by science, and I don't think all these things are necessarily harmful, but I do think it's nice to kind of remember to keep your feet on the ground a little bit and to not expect too much from some things. You don't want to be in that situation where you're getting separated from a lot of money because you think something's going to do something miraculous when it might feel nice and it might feel good, but it may or may not have those kinds of effects. How long does Hallow's End run? I think it's normally 2 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? It goes until November the 8th, so 2 weeks. Remember your old stream where you got this old grub mount 6 to 7 years ago already? Okay, Dwarven Flight Master. Yeah. This time next year, you'll be living in Nelson, a hemp smoking, granola eating hippie. I mean, can I afford a house in Nelson? That would be a that would be a consideration. Any pumpkin? Pumpkin over here. Katie's sleepy. Wanna see? Wow. I always want to pet her when she's sleeping. I have to remember to make myself let her sleep. You know, she's having a nap. She needs it, you know. You can pet her when she's awake sometime. Any interest in learning the sitar? Can't say I do. My teacher was saying something funny about how in yoga you had a few options. And one of them was like, it was something under the context of learning to put your legs behind your head, because that's one of the things that you're working towards in primary series. And how if you don't want to put your legs behind your head, you can feed people, you can look after the animals, you can take care of the temple, or you can put your leg behind your head. I didn't fully get it. I think but it was funny. I cannot put my legs behind my head, but apparently that's where we're going unless I want to learn more about cooking. As a dentist, the other hip fad cure for everything is getting a minimal tongue tie or lip tie cut. What? What is... I've never heard of that. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Interesting. Petting sleeping cat, indeed hard urge to resist. How's Mything Plus in rating? That's pretty good. I like half the portals. I haven't done too many queues recently. We killed Heroic Onsurek, and then I didn't go to BRD last night. I wasn't feeling up to it. Alright, well I guess that's enough for the Eastern Kingdoms. If he wanted to go to Kalimdor, I'm sure he could get there. Actually, Orgrimmar's in Kalimdor, isn't it? It is. Yeah, lots of candy buckets over that way. I'm sure Moose will be impressed if you put legs behind your head. Something that happens every once in a blue moon in practice, and I never look to see what's going on because one, I'm scared, and second, I've got my own places to look. It's none of my business. But somebody behind me, I like to practice at the front of the room, and somebody behind me who is much more advanced and is doing much more advanced things will be working on getting into a specific pose, and they'll do that, and then they'll spend their time there, and then they'll be like, uh-oh, I'm stuck. And they need somebody to help them unpretzel themselves. Or they'll tell a story about how they did it at home, and then they got stuck, and they needed to call a friend to come, like, help them unwind their limbs so that they could be free because they got themselves stuck. And I am not doing anything remotely close enough to be stuck in, but that would happen to me if I ever did. Oops. Can somebody help put my legs not behind my head? I can't get up. What are we doing? Candies. But I wonder if that's why there's so many hamstring stretches in primary series. Because I imagine you would need pretty loose hamstrings to get your legs behind your head. Because it's basically a very intense forward fold. Unless you're putting them behind your head the other way. Just more of an intense backbend. First run of Headless Horseman gave me Arphus? Congratulations! Arphus is such a cute one. Real good. I can't believe the year went by already. I remember people like us talking about Arphus. One of our chatters here like did it every day and didn't get it. And I feel like I remember that like it was yesterday. Had Queen down to 6% last night, then one of our tanks had a jet for IRL. Yeah, you guys got it for sure. Good luck on the mount. One of our guildies got the mount recently. Put it on top of my head, would have to stretch a bit. Yeah. What was yesterday? Oh, Hallow's End. Hallow's End and the Arphus grind. I can think of a chatter who does Heartbreaker every year and doesn't have it. Listen, this year's your year. I know it. I've got a good feeling. I'm genuinely curious. What are house prices like in... Oh, no, I can't check on this computer. That's right. I blocked that website. I was going to check to see, like, how much are houses in Nelson? I'm not saying I'm going, but, like, if I did, what are we saying? Yeah, supposedly most of the holidays seem to work in that same way, that one chance per day, at least in terms of amounts. I was surprised that the armor set wasn't a once a day per account thing, but I'll take it. Nelson cheaper than Lower Mainland, still pretty pricey. How much would a 2-bedroom or 2 or 3 bedroom, 2-bathroom house set me back? Freehold, of course. Are we talking like 400k? Probably not. 500 or 600? $500? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I live in Victoria. Pray for me. A lot of WoW tokens. Houses I would like are in the 700k range. I'm going on Monday to talk to my mortgage guy about doing my FHSA and my RRSP and other related stuff, as well as seeing whether or not I qualify for a mortgage, or, like, more accurately, like, what kind of a mortgage do I qualify for, now that I have 2 years of Canadian tax returns to show them. And I have a lot of feelings about it. I was very excited about it before I found out about Kira, and now I'm kind of like, well, I'm still going, and I'm still going to find out, but, like, I am no longer in quite the same mood of wanting to put down a lot of money on a down payment. But there's a lot of factors you got to think about. It is a nice town, though. Unrelated data point. I'm scared of the interior. I mean, I'm kind of partial to the island because all my family lives here. That's my biggest thing, is why I'm staying in such an expensive place, is because I want to be close to my family. So it doesn't really matter how nice any of the interior places are. But even if I was going to move there, I'm a little spooked just because of wildfires. Wildfire season gets crazier and crazier every year. And it seems like if your town's not on fire, it is drenched in smoke. I'm sure that's not the case for all of BC, but it sure looks like it based on the news. I don't know. Good to go just for the information. I gotta go regardless because I need to make my annual contributions to these accounts. BC has this first home savings account that you can contribute to tax-free for your, like, to put aside money for your first home purchase, which is super, super nice. That can save you a lot of money. Fires do happen, not usually as bad as it seems in the news. I'm very cautious of any natural... Oh, I forgot to sit, I think. Or maybe it didn't work. Natural disaster concern when I'm looking at property, just because of how much more dramatic every year seems to get in terms of, like, climate events. I feel like I don't really want to mess with anything that is too close to, like, a flood zone, flood plain, big hills, tsunami zones, forest fire kind of stuff. Like, obviously nowhere is safe from everything, but does not feel like a good time to buy a home right by a river. Pacific Northwest, it wouldn't be a climate disaster, it'd be a volcano. I would qualify tsunamis, earthquakes, which would be generating the tsunamis, forest fires and associated air pollution, and then, what was the other one? Yeah, flooding. Like, river-based flooding to be the most dangerous thing that would happen here. Funnily enough, I wasn't worried about volcanoes until you just mentioned it. I don't think we have any active volcanoes here, and I'm not going to find out. I'm just not going to check. Watch me carefully avoid all of the tsunami and flood zones, and then buy a house on a volcano. I'm just like, there's no way this mountain erupts, right? Boom. Kootenays are fun to visit for all the outdoor stuff. Sea monster attacks, yeah. I'm level 59. We have 82 tricky treats. It's not that many. Don't worry, Volcano St. Helens. Yeah. I am for sure not buying in Washington. Lovely state. Nice forests. Yellowstone would get us all, I fear. Oh my god, I just said they had nice forests. They give XP, yeah. They give about a half of a regular quest worth of experience per bucket, and you can get quite a few of them. Okay. Part of me really wants to get enough candy to buy like 100 item, but I don't think I'm gonna get that much in the next like 5 minutes. What we can do is we could buy a 50 cost item. I like that the horse runs through the sky. I think it's spooky. I also think it looks happy. I have a new earthen, planning on doing zone exploration candy buckets. That's an excellent idea. Pardon me. Kitty, you waking up? I think what I might do is I might go to Thunderbluff, do our candy bucket over there, and then take a minute or two and pet the kitty cat before we wrap up the stream. Can't do the flying horses anymore. Animation seems wonky to me. He is kind of strafing side to side. I will say, I feel like they used to run in a more forward manner, and now the jumping is kind of sending him like a little left and right, which he didn't used to do. They used to run straight. Okay. So, his Hearthstone's on cooldown. If I wanted to take him, actually, there might be there might be a vendor in Bloodhoof Village, actually. Let's go take a look. Big kitty bed does Moose not mind. Moose loves her. Sometimes he wants to lay down in it, but she doesn't care. She won't move. And we have many of the beds, so there's always several available. Usually he just lays like right behind my chair on the rug right here by my desk, actually. Any spooky Hallow's Endy stuff? I thought maybe there might be a vendor here. Because doesn't the horseman come light this up? Or is it not in this one specifically? Maybe not. I just want to spend some of these treats before I log off, just in case they, just in the off chance, actually let's just work south then, that they disappear. Because I know some people were having trouble with their tricky treats vanishing when they logged out, so I want to spend them just to be safe. Done sleeping on the right, time to sleep on the left. Yeah. Yeah, it's skywriting. Kinda nice. Big jumpy horse. Still haven't done BRD. Not sure about it. I did like 2 LFR wings of it. I'm kind of lost steam. It seems cool. Apparently it got some tuning done, so it shouldn't be as difficult as it was, is what I heard anyway. Sure it'll stick around as the classic raid? Yeah, I think so. He's almost level 60. Done some good leveling on him recently. 89. Yeah, maybe we'll detour for a couple more of these. I was thinking if I do here down to here and make my way back to the Caverns of Time, there's an Orgrimmar portal there. And I should now be able to safely port to the Undercity now that I've actually changed the time. Have as good an afternoon as possible. Thank you. Looking at a place to volunteer that offers horse therapy. Awesome idea. I need to open my candy thing. Every time you get the "you must be standing to do that" message, it means you successfully evaded the transformation with your, you've successfully evaded getting tricked. I may not have the vigor to get to where I'm going, but we are at 94 treats now, so I think maybe I'll be able to afford a thing that costs 100. Trying to like ground skim as much as I can here. Yeah, just /sit. I put it on a macro that also opens my handful of treats. I have /use, I think, handful of treats in the macro so that it makes room as well, because I always forget to open my treats, so it's nice to have them both on one button. This one, if I want to get the thing, I need to actually change the timeline again. I also had my character /say trick or treat because I thought that was cute. I'm just role-playing with the NPCs. There we go. 3 more. 97. One in the very tip of Oldham. Oh, rooftops. I don't remember what costs 100. I'm assuming one of the new items must. I know one of them was 50 and I know one of them was 150. I'm just hoping one of them's 100. Unexplored section of your map not trigger any kind of OCD. I guess I just don't mind. It's also a bit funny because I'm pretty sure I've used my warband map to everything everywhere all at once. But maybe it doesn't do sections that were time changed by Zidormi. That would make sense. It is nice that we have a toy now to fix that kind of thing. This will, actually, you know what it is? It's not a toy anymore. It is in your general tab, your spellbook. That's probably why it hit everybody's bars, is because they made it into a spell. It's a 1-hour cooldown, and it will reveal the map of any region that you've fully explored by a member of your warband on that particular character. So if you don't feel like you have to go, unless you want to. If you want to do exploration, maybe for like an earthen, for the experience or just for the fun of it, then by all means. But if you would like the map cleared and you don't want to go do it again, once a region has been fully explored by any character, it will auto finish with that spell. It's been available as a toy for a little bit now, but they only just made it a spell with the anniversary patch. Actually, you know what's funny is I am getting exploration experience even though I cleared out my map. But I bet you it would be still handy if I was trying to level this way to have the map not visually cleared so I know where to go. I loved Rumgahen. I thought this whole zone was so cool. This is some of my favorite questing in the game. It also helped that it was like nice, tight questing, like nice linear 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Plus you would get volatile airs, which used to sell for bank back in the day. 99, but there's going to be more candy buckets over in the other zone. My macro looks like this. /use handful of treats. Make sure you have everything spelled correctly. It does open my treats for me, assuming that I have them. Oh yeah, you're good, you're good. Verdict on warrior tanking? Do you like it? Yeah, it seems nice. It seems nice and straightforward. It kind of has the same appeal that I like from priest healing, which is that nothing's too complicated or fancy. You know, you've got very straightforward, this helps you block, this just mitigates damage. This does some AoE. This heals you a little bit. You know, everything's pretty easy to understand, which is nice for a new tank. Congratulations to me. Compared to Guardian? I would say Guardian also fits that criteria. I don't know if either one of them is more or less. I mean, Guardian Druid is basically modeled off of Prot Warrior, right? Like they're both the only rage using specs in the game. So there's a lot of overlap there. No candy in the afterlife. You checked out Shadowlands? I didn't say there was... Never mind. Don't worry about it. Let's go to Undercity. I just want to go to the vendor and pick up something to buy with my 102 tricky treats. It took a lot longer to gather them than I thought. I forgot how slow treat collecting is compared to some other stuff for how many things they want off the vendor. I feel like Brewfest tokens went much faster. And we're finally not dying horribly in Undercity. Imagine that. Now, this city is not a place that I'm used to trying to dragon ride through. Oh boy. Oh jeez. All little hallways. Thank you very much for the tip. Wow, freshman.
Thank you for all the years you've given us your knowledge and time.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Cat jam. Yeah, maybe I should have cleaned up some... Actually, no, I think you do that on, like, a mount. They give you, like, a little mount to ride for the stink bomb thing. Actually, maybe they give you the mount to ride for the stink bomb laying down, but not picking up. Anyway, vendors are out here. Yeah, I would say that tanking is generally less... Easier is hard because different things will be easy and difficult for different people, but tanking is usually a little less complicated than healing. And in a raid group specifically, it's usually the simplest job in the raid. Tanks often don't have to do mechanics a lot of other people do. And the tank mechanic is usually taunt on X stacks, mitigate this hit. Sometimes there's other things, you know. Face the boss away from people is a classic, but there's not usually... The things that tanks are asked to do in a raid especially are pretty limited. Would you say that boiled eggs can be a good addition in a lettuce salad? Not for me, but for lots of people, I'm sure. It sounds like a great way to add some extra protein and make your salad more filling. I'm not a hard-boiled egg person at all. I have a pretty strong aversion to them. I don't want to yuck on your yum, but it's just not my thing, I think. So I have 100 treats, and I'm gonna get either the back piece or the claw. I think I'm gonna get the back piece first. But we got more stuff to grind out, so I think we're gonna be doing more tricky-treating over the weekend. In the meantime, shall we find a character to whatchamacallit? We can find somebody to mog into most of that set. Thanks for answering. Happy Friday. Yeah, I think if it's something that you want to do, you go for it. Live your life. Don't often see the chef salad at the salad bar, but it's a classic. I do spinach salad sometimes, but I have to be careful when I eat salad to make sure I grind it properly because my bite kind of sucks, so it's a bit tough for me to grind stuff like lettuce down. And I don't want to get any more orthodontics done to fix it because it works well enough for me. And orthodontics are expensive and painful. Who should wear this outfit? Who is going to be our harvest golem? Honestly, my priest isn't really wearing much right now, so I may as well. Can we farm the Halloween mount every day? Yeah, once every day. Loot-filled pumpkin on a high-level character. Not sure what the threshold is anymore, but if you do it on a max-level character, that should be plenty safe. You get 1 chance per day at the mount, and your chance should increase for every day that you don't get it. There should be some bad luck protection. If you want to get the set that I'm about to put on, you can do that all in one day if you like by using lots of different characters. You'll get 1 piece on each character that you do. Or you could get it one day at a time as well. That's perfectly an option. So there it is. With the back piece. And then the question is, do I want to worry about mogging a... Oh, it has to be a scythe, right? It just has to be. Or a shovel. A shovel would be acceptable, but I think it's harvest. You gotta scythe it up. There you go. I'm glad I saved my tender. Because it's not the same color exactly, but I like this color too. 800 gold. Oh yeah. Hang on. I gotta go get to a better place for light. Oh yeah, pitchfork would be good as well. Whenever I'm looking at my transmog, you don't want to look at your mog from the backlit side. Like, your character's always going to have light coming at them from one side and a shadow on the other side. And if you really want to like take a screenshot or a video or something, and this is true in real life too, try not to be backlit. Unless you're specifically going for that. You know, let the light wash over you. This gnome is healing your dungeon. What do you do? Alright, let's visit Kitty Cat for a minute, and then I'm gonna wrap up my stream for the day. Oh, Kitty, you sleeping? Zoline, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. Appreciate it. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I'll be back for weekend streams. Saturday morning, Sunday morning is my current plan. 9 a.m. through noon. We're going to be doing some more trick-or-treating. I've got more stuff to buy off the vendor. Thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.